might be thinking this is a reverb pedal, or an EQ pedal, or maybe even some kind of preamp. Well, then you'd be wrong. My favorite pedal right now for acoustic guitar is a volume pedal. And not just any volume pedal. This is a Lehle active volume pedal. This has no pots, cables, or any moving parts inside. It's clean, it's simple, and it's oh so smooth. Inside it uses sensors and magnets to adjust the volume. And let me tell you, it is precise. This is a company based here in Germany, and they make lots of switch pedals, volume pedals, expression pedals, stuff like this. The construction and quality of this thing is just absolutely flawless. It's a fairly large and heavy volume pedal, but I like that. You got these big 2 grips on the top, so your foot is not going to slip off. We have power, then we have volume out, then we have gain adjustment, which is very useful. Then we have direct out, so this is an output which is not affected by the volume. So whatever you do with the volume pedal, it's not affected. It's like clean direct out, which I love on pedals. I always love it when pedals have a clean direct out, because it means it's another signal that you can do something with. You can then further process that, put that into another signal or whatever. So there's lots of options you can do with a direct out. So I love that they have that on this. And then you have your input, and then that's pretty much it. You know, it's a very simple pedal. There's nothing too complicated about it. It just does what it does very, very well. With the sort of music that I create, you know, it's very subtle music, I would say. I make very subtle changes. So I need something that can give me that control of making these subtle adjustments, which this absolutely can do. So what can you do with a volume pedal? Let's take a look. The first and most obvious thing you can do is just plug it directly into your guitar and just use it as a volume pedal on your guitar. So you can do like swells, so you take off the attack of your guitar and then you bring it in just after you play. You can just do something as simple as adjusting the volume of your guitar, you know, if you want to fade out a little bit. Just all kinds of things like this. But this is the first way to do it, and the most obvious way is just directly from your guitar into the volume pedal and straight out again. But the most interesting way for me is to use it as a controller for my effects. So when I play live, I have one pickup and that goes into my preamp, but then I have 2 outputs going out of my preamp. And one output just goes through EQ and reverb, and that's pretty much it, and then that goes to front of house. But the second is where I channel all my effects. So I have delay, distortion, I have like reverb that's like extra sort of ambient reverb on there as well, and stuff like this. And that's where the volume pedal comes into play. So the volume pedal is only affecting the signal with all the different effects on. So I'm treating it a bit like an expression pedal. So I can use these effects in a very subtle way, and I can use them just almost spontaneously in certain moments and bring them in and out when I'm playing. So I use them in a very dynamic way, you know, rather than like bam, distortion, bam, delay. It's more like waves coming in and out. Give me a little bit of a wave of distortion, maybe a little bit of a wave of extra kind of reverb on the top, little tiny smitters of delay, you know, and you can achieve that doing it this way. Of course, you don't have to use this volume pedal for this particular setup. You can use any volume pedal you like, but the way this is with the sensors and the magnets, and because it's so precise, it's just the perfect volume pedal for this particular setup. Thanks so much, I hope you enjoyed this one. So if you feel like sticking around, then click on the screen now to watch a video that I did about my entire pedal board setup. So click on that and I'll see you over there. Bye.